Hello, it's Dawn here and welcome back. Well, today is the day we start our series on painting trees in our watercolour pencils, and I'm sure you'll remember I am using Derwent watercolour pencils. And we're going to do two trees today. I have created just a very basic background here with a little bit of grass and some sky. And we're going to do a bushy type tree, and we're just going to do a basic shape really. Whoops, don't worry about that if that happens. That's because I've just sharpened my pencil. And I'll show you my lean mean sharpening machine later on in another video. And we're just going to scumble, which is, I'm sure you will remember if you've been with me before, this circular motion, just like that. And I am using olive green for this. So we're just going to scumble in very quickly. Nothing too detailed, well not for this one anyway. And the next one's not that much more detailed. So we're going to scumble this in using our olive green, and I'm going to keep the olive green to use in the next demonstration, which I'll do about here. And I'm going to put just a little bit of cedar green into the middle and towards the top, just to give it a bit of shade, just to give it a bit of depth in the middle. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take my number 6 brush or medium detail brush, and we're just going to again replicate that circular motion with our brush, and we're going to let that blend and merge and mix together. And there we have a very simple tree, but just make sure it goes narrower at the top than it is at the bottom, otherwise you'll end up with a lollipop tree, and we really don't want that. That doesn't look good. So now we're going to move on, quickly moving on as they say. We're going to do a very simple tree trunk, and for this I'm using copper beech, and I'm just going to shade this like that, nothing more complicated than that. And we're going to put in a few branches, and for the branches you put a branch and then you divide it in half, and you do that again and divide it in half that way. Don't have them all coming at the same point, vary the spaces, because that will make it look much more natural. And I'm not going to put all of the leaves in here. I'm just going to put them in at the top just to show you how to do this. So I think that'll do for now. And this is a dry into wet technique. And for this, as I say, we are going to use our olive green. And first of all, before we do that, we're going to wet the top half of the tree like this. When you do this technique, you really need to do a little bit at a time, otherwise the water will dry before you're finished and you'll have to start again. Well, do it again. And all we're going to do is dot like that. So we're just going to dot the leaves in, and it will dissolve some of the branches, but that's okay, that's no problem at all. And we will come down a bit lower actually. Let's do a few more. Let's come down here. I think if we're quick, or quickish, we'll get away with, oops, wrong way. We will get away with doing a little bit more like that. And so we've just left that little gap there for the sky to come through, and that also gives the tree a bit of shape. And we're just going to carry on dotting the leaves in like that. And oh, well, while we're here, let's finish off this tree. I know I said we weren't going to, but let's finish it off fairly quickly. And we'll let it overlap this other one over here a little bit, this scumbled tree. So put a little more water in. If you want longer to work, just make your paper a bit wetter. This is ordinary watercolour paper, £140, and it is a knot surface, which means it's not smooth and it's not rough, it's somewhere in between. So it's got a texture, but it's not very textured, it's not really bumpy like the extra rough or anything like that. And if you think you might like to have just a few extra branches at the bottom, because sometimes branches at the bottom of a tree, just at the base, can just give it a bit of support. So there we are, very quick, very easy. A simple summer tree, one scumbled, one with leaves. Very quick, very easy. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that you join me for tomorrow's, and we'll be doing something very similar, but we'll be moving on and painting an autumn tree. And if you're enjoying this series of watercolour pencils, please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video when I upload one. So stay safe, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now, and enjoy your painting.